Hi, I'm Willa Lane, and I'm a PhD student and Gates Cambridge Scholar at the University of Cambridge. I study cuttlefish, camouflage, and cognition. Cuttlefish are a type of cephalopod, which is a group that also includes octopus, squid, and nautilus, as well as the cuttlefish. And they're known for being really smart, but also for their incredible ability to change their appearance in literally fractions of a second. So I study cuttlefish, camouflage, and cognition, and I try to look at the ways in which they're smart and also how they change color and how we might bring those two things together to use camouflage as a way to study cognition. Because with camouflage, which I'm using as a colloquial term to refer to any change in their appearance, they can literally wear their thoughts on their skin. So I'm currently in France in partnership with the Ethos Lab at the University of Caen to study newly hatched cuttlefish, literally just days old, and how they camouflage when you put them in social or group settings. In general, cuttlefish and other cephalopods tend to be really solitary, although there are exceptions to that, especially when they become adults. So they live really short lives, usually only about 2 or 3 years on average. But they only ever really want to be around each other when they're trying to mate. They're really aggressive most of the time. They can be very territorial. A lot of them are actually cannibalistic, so they don't really like each other. But when they're babies, when they very first hatch out of their eggs, it probably is the case that they don't immediately all go off in their own direction. They probably stay around the site where their eggs just hatched out, and they stay around each other for at least a week or two before they kind of strike out on their own. So I'm trying to study a really specific behavior that's associated with that in hatchling cuttlefish. And I actually have some here, which I'll show you more properly in a second, I think. Maybe if I hold them like that. Yeah, little babies, literally the size of your fingernail, super, super, super tiny. I'll try to set them there. Okay. In baby cuttlefish, when you have them together like this, and they're probably hanging around the site where they just hatched out, they're kind of in a group, even if they're not, really paying a ton of attention to each other. When one of them changes color, anecdotally, all of the babies change color. Even if it means changing into some sort of color or appearance that doesn't really match their background. And it means that they might actually be more visible to passing predators or, other things that would want to eat them potentially. And we don't know why it is that they really seem to like to match each other rather than their surrounding environment when they very first hatched out of their eggs. So that's what I'm trying to study here. And it's been a really cool opportunity. But I just wanted to take a second to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about my work, and share some really, really cute baby cuttlefish. So they're, like I said, they're literally super tiny. They're like the size of my pinky fingernail. And these guys have just hatched out. So there is a mix of the ones in this group right now, but they're either 1 day old or literally born today and just hatched out of their eggs. So I feel really lucky to get to be here and to be doing really what I dreamed about doing as a little kid, combining marine biology and comparative cognition and animal behavior, and looking at all of it together in this really cool way. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and about my work, and I hope you have a great day.